Okay. Welcome to the Friday Huddle. Good morning. Let me get these people in it that are in the waiting room still. I so apologize for being in. All right, good. Here we go. Everybody jumping in. Good morning, Friday Huddle. We're getting started. You missed the music morning wake up, but that's all right. We're warmed up now. And I just wanted to talk about the power of events. I'm joined with Diamond Mike Zanardelli today, and we're going to hit on this for a little bit, and we'll see if we have other. My sound is bad. Sorry. Is it better when I stand closer?
Mazaffer's coming also.
Okay, good. Is that better? The sound? Okay, good. I think it must be because my microphone is on my camera. Okay, sorry about that. So just the power of events, something huge and big is coming. You know, as we've enrolled a lot of agents coming over from the other organization that we've absorbed, and Secret's growing like crazy, but there's going to be something huge coming. And it's going to be a training, and I don't know exactly when and exactly where or how, but I want everybody to try in the back of your mind, just remember the power of events and continually to keep everybody plugged in so that when it comes time for you to have those details, you will be ready, armed, and not dangerous, but effective. Because the more people that are in the seats when these trainings occur, the more your team will grow. And it's about showing the value of those events. And the only one that can show you the value of those events is one who has been to those events. So remember what it was like when you saw your first concert or your first movie. You probably never forgot that power, right? Of, whoa, it's so big, it's so awesome. Or your first convention, if you ever went to convention, right? In company, right? Anytime, did you get the goosebumps? Did you get that wow energy? That enthusiasm that I feel right now that I hope I can transfer to you, that goosebump, that whole body buzz, you got to take that with you. That energy, that magnetism, you got to take that with you when you're talking about what's happening right now with everything, and continue to take that with you through the events that are going to be coming up. Whether it's your Sea Life Wellness event with your reset, which is awesome. Whether it's another group that you've created with the reset, which is awesome. You know, it's that enthusiasm of promoting for those events that's crucial. And that is what's allowed us to have dynamic business for the years that we've had the dynamic business. The years that we've had the dynamic business, it's all been because we promoted used tools. So you got the reset groups, you've got the wellness page that you guys put together, phenomenal. We've got our presentations that are huge, that are happening every day. And we've got all of that with our tools leading to the mirror on the wall fun contest. So don't forget all of that leading to that fun example. So I just wanted to throw that out there from on the top of my heart about the power of events this morning. I woke up with it and I had to share it. Mike, did you have anything you wanted to add to that?
No, other than the fact that, you know, I was very fortunate. The very first company that I I actually joined for $5,000 and I was 26 years old. So don't hear from anybody that they don't have the money. It was $5,000, $750 in tax and shipping. In addition to that, so I'm 26 years old. I've been laid off for a while. And I wanted to start a business. But, you know, if it wasn't for that company and the events that they had on a consistent, steady basis, and the message was always the same. It wasn't like you heard one message from one leader and a different message from another. And I know that a lot of companies out there, some of you may have experienced that, where, you know, there's leaders that have their own independent events and there's nothing that's really cohesive. And I think the beauty of what's about to happen with Secret is we're going to have that cohesive training from the top down. And obviously, we've always gotten that from Jesse and Mazaffer, and because, you know, they've worked very closely together ever since, you know, Mazaffer came here as a vice president. But, you know, there's a gentleman that's, you know, that is now going to be kind of like the company trainer, the lead trainer. There'll be others that are a part of it, but we're going to learn his system and how he actually coaches. So the information that we all hear and see is the same for everyone. And, you know, I think that, you know, if it wasn't for events, Gary started this topic off, I wouldn't be here today.
Neither.
If it was like, you know, something here and something there, because my first, you know, 24 years ago when I got started in this industry, I sucked. It wasn't really pretty at all. I made no money for 6 months, zero. And it was because I thought I could do it on my own. And I thought that, you know, this and that. And it wasn't until I started to go, okay, how is everybody else doing this? Okay, they're showing up for events, whether or not they have somebody there. They're showing up for presentations, whether or not they have somebody there. And okay, so they're going to Saturday trainings, whether or not they actually have somebody that's going to be there with me. They're going to trainings that we had in that company, very fortunately, just about every month, somewhere in the country. And then it was 2 places or 3 places every month, somewhere in the country. So, and I attended those events, and I attended a lot of them for the first 6 months by myself. And I picked that up because I was like, listen, what are the leaders doing? They're showing up. And half of the game of winning here and in winning in life really is just showing up. If we aren't showing up, man, it makes it really tough to go, I'm not doing well. Well, show up. And I can tell you through my entire career, that's something that I made consistent for what I had to do for me. You all might be different. Maybe you have a stronger constitution than I do. But I remember when I left that first company, went into my second company, I used to show up at presentations. And this is where we did in live, live presentations in a big hotel room. I would show up sometimes 2 or 3 times a week, even if I didn't have a guest. Because the way I looked at it was, I don't have somebody else there to be with me. Number one, I could learn from what's being taught. And number two, the presentation needs me. I mean, I'm sure that some of you have been on presentations where we've had it throughout the week and there's like 100 people on there. You're like, you have to understand what other people are seeing. They're going, holy cow, something's going on here. And then some of you have probably been there on whether it's just me and Carrie Joe and one other person. And, no guys show up. And we're going, like, if they showed up tonight, we know that from what Muzaffar has already said is you do the presentation, whether or not there's any guests there or not, because you know what? Build it and they will come. That's kind of the mentality that we all have to have. But at the same time, when somebody shows up and there's, 3 people, they're going, nothing's really going on here. When we used to go to trainings back in the day when I was with Muzaffar, because we weren't in the same team, but we worked sideline to one another. We had trainings that over a period of 2.5 years, understand this, over a period of 2.5 years from when Muzaffar and a few other people that we all came from Equinox joined that second company called Prepaid Legal, which Jesse was there and even talked about it the other day. Yep. He showed up to a training that was 1,500 people in Long Beach. Well, we were doing that every month. 1,500 people were showing up. Let me tell you how simple it is to grow a group when you do that.
And it wasn't all the same people. It was always new people.
It was a lot, yeah. But bringing somebody to that event, they're looking around going, oh my God. And it was fun. It was interactive. It was exciting. And that is the same thing we can do here.
Oh, yeah.
We can do it on Zooms right now because God only knows when we're going to be able to actually get all of us in a big room. Hopefully it's sometime this year, but that may not happen. Sure. But if we can have, I was on a thing with Muzaffar and Dr. Cohn back when World Ventures was just joining us. So they had 1,500 people on a Zoom.
Crazy. Fun. I see you've joined us, Muzaffar. Mike, do you want to turn it over to him?
No, listen, you guys can continue. I just want to say what made you guys start with events? I'm going to say this is amazing for a reason, but what led to that start?
I woke up with it.
Look, then something's going on in your space of energy because yesterday, I'm not even kidding you. Okay, so this is like, have you guys ever heard of like insider trading? Where it's kind of like, it's not frowned upon. It's like jail time if you actually do it. But not in our business. In our business, it's kind of frowned upon. In our business, you just get ahead with insider information. Insider information for you guys, I swear to you, this is why it's crazy that you're saying this, is I'm going, did I say something? So yesterday, so the guy that Mike is talking about, right, flew in. We had a meeting yesterday with Isaac, myself, this guy, a handful of us, and they have the whole year mapped out, starting with something that's going to be end of January that is going to be online. And to see what they have designed for this event is spectacular. It's not like an online Zoom like this. Like, it's not, hey, here's my headshot and we're going to talk. Like it's a full out production. And I got to tell you guys that it's exciting that you guys are starting this conversation talking about this, because I have the same situation for me. I would not be here, hands down, end of story. Some of you guys have heard my story from different scenarios. My first 2 years, I went broke in network marketing, right? My first year, I made 1,000. My second year, I made 12, and everybody was coming in. Like I would sit there and in the office, all of a sudden this girl would come in and go, "Hi, my name is Leah. I just made $7,000 last month. It's awesome." And I'd look at Leah and I'd go, "God," and I'd pull her aside. I go, "Leah, what are you doing?" And what she would say to me is she would say, "Oh my God, Mazafar, what I'm doing is that I signed up and I'm taking people to training and they're taking people to training. And oh my God, this is awesome." And I'm going, "No, like, tell me what you're doing." And I used to get upset and they would all say the same thing. And I finally did it. Like my training cost $399, but if I pre-registered, it was $300. And I went, and one of my first trainers is the gentleman that's coming to Secret. One of my first, and the guy blew me away. Like I was blown away. I still have his book. Hey, Mike, Carrie, Joe, you guys remember these?
Yeah. Still have
Absolutely.
them. Still have them in a box.
I have a whole box filled with these because I never got rid of my training books. Like there's no way I got rid of my training books.
It's priceless.
Listen, this is all my notes in here.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's no way I got rid of these things. And you know, it's to see what they have designed for Secret already. Like they have a whole system set up for the next 12 months. I was like a little kid yesterday, just excited and excited for you guys to get all the information for your 2021, like for your 2021. Like this is what I can't believe, Carrie, you started talking about this. Like it's absolutely incredible. And I'm so happy. Like that was the best thing to hear getting on this call. Or on this Zoom. I keep calling it a call, but it kind of is a call. It's a Zoom call or what have you. But I'm not going to take too much time. I want your leaders to speak. I want you to hear from Leah and Trish and Ruth and Mike and Carrie Joe. I want you to hear from them. I just want to say a few things. And I'm running to a meeting with Isaac because they all flew in, right? So they all flew in, and I wanted to make sure that I'm here. I wanted to see you guys. I'll tell you this. For me, what I would focus on this weekend, right? This weekend is really important for your business because it's the first weekend of, you know, basically this year. I mean, last weekend was New Year's Eve weekend, but this is the first weekend where kind of everything's, you know, ready to like, now let's focus on what we're doing. Last weekend was, hey, 2021. So this weekend is let's focus on what we're doing. One of the things that I would do if I were you, as you're going through your organization and you look through your genealogy and you start going through people, number one, don't prejudge what people told you last year. Don't prejudge even what somebody told you in December. The whole, hey, I'm good, not for me right now, even that, even the I didn't get a phone call back, even the whatever. This is the time that you need to comb through your genealogy. Listen, and when I mean comb, I mean that comb has to touch every hair. And I know that it's funny me talking about hair, but you know what I mean. Let's not use my visual, but look, Whitney. Look, so take Whitney Rogers' hair. So you need the comb to go through every hair on that young lady's head, right? So that kind of, there you go. So it needs to go all the way through. Like you don't stop here. I got daughters. If you stop your comb here, it's going to end up knotting. So you go all the way through and you come out all the way at the end. So what I'm telling you guys is that that's what you need to do with your genealogy. You need, and for some of you, what you have to do is that you have to have a second person to help you. One of the things I was just having a conversation with Trish and Ruth about is that you've got to realize that in our business, there's two parts, right? There are the people that are the relationship and there are the people that are the experts. And you can't be both, guys. You cannot be both. Somebody has to be the relationship. So you have to make a decision. If you're going through your genealogy and you're going to connect with somebody and you're going to have this conversation, and I'm going to connect with John Lawrence, and John and I are going to connect, and I'm going to reach back out to him. Hey, John, how's it going? Great, Muzaffar. How are you? Fantastic. Hey, bud. Listen, I wanted to follow up. It's a new year. And knowing that it's a new year, I know we haven't spoken in a few weeks or a few months. And I know that last time we spoke, life has gotten in the way and it wasn't the right time for secret. Listen, the reason I'm calling is to see if anything has changed, man, to see if you want a different 2021 like I do, if you want to build something together, because I know we can do it, John. I'm just calling really to find out, is there something additional in your life that you would like, either financially, health-wise, that I can help with? And John's going to go, Muzaffar, I really was thinking about it. Maybe this is the right time. John, it is. Listen, there's so many great things that are coming to Secret. There's so many great things that are coming to our business. I know we can build this together. Look, let me tell you what I want to do, man. Like, by the way, and I know we haven't talked in a while. So are you still working at the same place? Yeah, I am. And this, that. Now I'm re-going through form. I'm connecting. And I go, okay, John, listen, once I get done connecting and I find out what he likes most and what he likes least again, and I get this connection going with him, then I'm going to go, John, listen, I want to set up a game plan with you and Leah Johns. Leah, she's a diamond in our business. She's somebody that I work with, and she's been in Secret for quite a while, and I know that she can help us. But before we even set this up, buddy, listen, we can't run a business where the lights are off. So what we've got to do is we've got to make sure that your business is active. That's like what we have to do. Now let's go in together and let's set up your subscribe, save, and win. Every 4 weeks, your business needs to stay active. So let's figure out the products that you want, that you're going to stay on a regimen with, whether it's for your skin, your health, or what have you. Let's start with, what are your favorite products? Oh, Muzaffar, I like the nutrition. I lost weight. It was amazing. All right, bud, listen, let's keep you on are you consistently on this, the protein, the greens? And so we go through this conversation, and now all I'm doing is I'm becoming the relationship guy for John. I'm his relationship. I'm his buddy now. And I'm going, listen, man, this is great. Let me help you through this. All right, let's look. All right, let's get your subscribe and save set up. And okay, fantastic. So listen, John, what is our schedule? Because we have to do it either today or tomorrow. Now, I have to check with Leah. She is a diamond in Secret. I'm going to ask her for a favor to help us with your game plan. Please listen. It's all language, but it's more intention. She's going to help us with your game plan. Right? She's going to help us with your game plan. And I would, set it up, and I'd say, listen, John, I'm going to find, a couple of times from her, because she's really busy, that she could do it. We need to make one of those times work. Right. And I'm going to, listen, man, I'm so excited. We're working together. Let's do this. Let me ask you, man. So we're going to do this part-time, right? Yeah, Muzaffar, this is going to be great. Okay. How many hours a week, John, are you willing to commit to building your business part-time? Well, I could do 10 hours a week or whatever. Fantastic. Listen, let's spend some more time on that. Go through it. Find out what he wants, right? What is it that he wants? Well, I want to make $1,000 a month. I want to make $1,500 a month. I want to make $2,000 a month. Muzaffar, I want to replace my job, whatever it is, right? You obviously have people that go, oh, I want to make 10 grand a month. All right, listen, have you ever made 10 grand a month before? No. Okay, well, let's get you to 5. Okay, well, have you ever made 5 a month before? No. All right, let's get you to 3. Can we get you to 3 grand a month, right? Like, let's get you here. And the point is that it's not to take away from somebody that wants to make 10, but you have to crawl to walk to run, right? Like, you just have to. It's just part of the business. So I would sit there and find out exactly what John wants. One of the things that you have to ask him when you find out what he wants is, first of all, how many hours a week are you willing to commit in order to accomplish your goal? How many hours a week, John? How many hours can we commit to accomplish this? 10. Fantastic. Second question, John, is the most important one, right? What you told me you want, which is $1,500 a month right now, consistently, because that is important to you, isn't it, John? Yes. Okay. Let me ask you, how important is it to you? And everybody says it's really important, but on a scale of 1 to 10, how important is it for that to happen for you?
I
Muzaffar,
want it
is
pretty
it?
bad.
I want to put it back. So on a scale of 1 to 10, John, what would you say?
10.
10. Fantastic. So the question that's the most important, John, and how many times am I saying his name? Now, I'm not going, hey, John, John, hey, John, 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 hey, John, 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 John. I'm not doing that, right? But I am saying it periodically. There's no sweeter sound to a human being's ears than hearing their name said correctly by another human being. It's so funny. I have a guy in South Africa that everybody has been messing up his name for years, and he just doesn't go. And so I ended up I've been messing it up. And we're on a Zoom call, and so everybody calls him Sachin, and his name is Sachin. And so I hear him go, and he said something like, when somebody said, hey, Sachin, we got off the call. I'm like, Sachin? And he goes, yes. I go, why have you been letting me call you Sachin? He goes, well, that's because that's what all the people in the US say, and they get it wrong, and I just don't bother. I'm like, no, man, listen, your name is important. It's your name. I'm going to call you Sachin if that's how your name is pronounced, right? And he smiled big. Look, guys, it's something that's true. And so I would sit there and go, hey, John, listen. So here's the most important question, right? You said on a scale of 1 to 10 that it's a 10. So I want to ask you, I know that you signed up a while ago and things never really got to the point where we wanted to go. And now we've made the decision that we're going to go to work together, and we're going to get the help of a lot of our leaders, John. It's going to be amazing. A lot of the leaders are going to help us. I spoke to this guy named Mike Zenardelli. I don't know if you ever heard of him, but, so I've spoken to Leah about helping us. I've spoken to Mike about helping us, and they're both diamonds. Like, they're going to help us, buddy. It's going to be awesome. But let me ask you this. You're willing to give 10 hours a week, correct? That's what you said?
Yeah.
Okay. How many weeks or months are you willing to commit to in order to accomplish the $1,500 a month that you want?
The fear side holds me back, but gosh, till it's done.
So it's done. That's the man. That's the answer I was looking for, John. That's fantastic. Listen, I'm so excited. Look, this is what I'm going to do. All right. Are you at work right now? Well, yeah, I'm actually outside. I'm about to go inside of my job. Okay, perfect. So if I text you, can you text back? Is that going to cause a problem? No, it's not. Okay. I'm going to text either Leah or Mike, and I'm going to find times that they can help us with the right game plan, look at your organization, help us with the right way. What we need to make sure that we have a good list put together. They're going to ask us for this. They're going to ask us, who are we thinking about? Who are we talking to? All that type of stuff. So I just want to have that stuff prepared. So we're going to work on that, you and me together. But so I'm going to find out from Mike or from Leah what their schedule is, and I'm going to set it up for us. Look, man, you're in business. You're active. We got something going. We got a game plan going. Buddy, go enjoy the next couple hours. I'm going to text you soon with the right time for us, okay?
Sounds great.
Man, I'm so glad we connected. Happy New Year again, my friend. And these are the calls that I would do through your genealogy. Not all of them are going to go like that. I mean, of course, there are people that aren't going to answer. There are people that you're going to call again, you're going to text. There are people that are going to answer. There are people that are not in your business that you're going to call and have these conversations with. The key is you want to comb through your genealogy and get as many subscribe, saves, and wins set up, right? Their auto ships. You want to make sure that their business is turned on. Hey, listen, you want a different 2021, set your subscribe, save, and win on. Like you can't run a business this year when the lights are off. Like, you can't. So that's something that we have to do. So that's something that I was thinking about this morning as we were going into this call. And I want you to commit, guys. And some of you have bigger genealogies than others. And I want you to commit to combing through your genealogy. Don't do it for me, do it for you. right? Comb through it, even though you think you've already spoken to them a week ago, 2 weeks ago, a month ago. I'm telling you, in the beginning of every year, people go in and out of the looking zone faster than you can even imagine. It could be days that they're in and out. It could be hours that they're in and out of the looking zone. When people are out, it's not the right time for them. People get into the looking zone. Sometimes it's not a long time they're in there, but you want to catch them while they are. So I'm just telling you that I would comb this weekend. Like I would make a goal and go, this weekend, I'm gonna take away from everything else. I'm gonna make a sacrifice and I'm gonna comb through my genealogy. And if they don't answer the phone or return the text, then what you do is it's a follow-up process. So I call Mike. Mike doesn't answer, right? I'd send them a text going, hey man, I just called you. Please call me as soon as you get a chance. I don't hear nothing by Sunday, right? So today's Friday. I don't hear nothing by Sunday. On Sunday, I send Mike a text going, hey man, I don't know if you got my text on Friday, just making sure you're good. Call me when you get a chance. I don't hear from him on Sunday. I would reach out to him on Wednesday. Wednesday, I'd send him a message going, hey, I'm a little worried. Are you okay? Question mark. All right, I don't hear from him on Wednesday. I'd shoot him a message on the following Sunday going, do I need to send search and rescue? I'm dead serious. This is what I would do. Like this is exactly what I would do. And Mike would go, oh no, listen, I'm going, oh my God, did the vid get you? Like, did you? I was worried that listen, guys, you don't know. Like nowadays, like did the 19 get you? Did the vid get you? So. And they would go, no, I'm good. Maybe it did, right? Maybe they're what, Carrie, Joe, I'm serious. You're asking me what I would do. I'm telling Genevieve what I would do. Like,
Yeah, it's funny,
and so, but I would do it periodically. And listen, some of you guys know me, some of you don't. That's actually what I would say. That's like it's my style. It's what I would say. And they'll probably respond at some point, go, no, I'm good. But listen, what if it did? Like, what if, we don't know. Like, I found out a guy yesterday, right, that, I heard through the grapevine that, was having problems or whatever. So I texted him and he's like, I'm having problems breathing. I was like, man, I'm sorry, I'm praying for you, right? Like, you don't know, like you don't, but it sounds kind of weird. Like you're hoping that nothing got them, but you don't know it today. And people are going to respond to that because they're going to go, yeah, man, hey, I better tell them that I'm okay. Because look, as much as there is a challenge, thank God that 99% are recovering, and we pray that number grows more and more and more, right? Like that's what we pray. That's all we can do is pray that the number gets the number of recovering, the number of people that don't get it, the number of people that aren't affected grows. That's what we want, right? Like we want to be at 99.999. That's what, you'll never be at 100%. So the point is that's some of the things that I would say and do, guys, with that. But make this weekend the comb your genealogy weekend. And for some of you guys, you have smaller teams than others. And once you comb through it, then it's all about new people. Write this down. There's no enthusiasm like new enthusiasm. Write that one down. There's no enthusiasm like new enthusiasm. I'm telling you, a brand new person getting started. Okay, some of you are looking at your ranks, and I'm going to be very upfront with you. Some of you, where you are in your business, what you need in order to get to the next level is you need 2 new on your left and 2 new on your right. Like new, like brand new. Some of you have more aggressive goals. That means that you need like 5 new. You know what I mean? Now, that doesn't mean it's all going to happen overnight, but if that's the case, like let's stick with 2 for a second. If you need 2 new, right? How many phone calls do you have to make? To how many appointments do you have to set? To how many presentations do you have to do to get 2 new signups? Is it 30 phone calls to get 20 appointments, to get actual 12 presentations, to get 7 people to say yes, to get 2 people to pay? I don't know. I don't know what your numbers are. but it's numbers, right? Like, I don't want you going into the mindset of, hey, I talked to one person, I did a presentation, they didn't sign up. It's one. Like, you can't base everything off of those numbers. You got to know that. Look, I wish that somebody was 100% sign up man or woman. I'd be so happy for them. They'd build the biggest business in the history of network marketing. The fact is that that's not the numbers, right? The masses, you're gonna go through numbers. You just are. Like, you just are. And I was telling my daughters this, right? Like, I said this on a call. I can't remember what call I said it on. And I don't know if I said it to you guys, and if I'm repeating myself to you, forgive me. But I told you, did I tell you guys about the red diamond gift I offered my wife and my daughters? Tell you guys this story?
No.
Tell you guys this story? So I set my red diamond goal, and I told my wife and my daughters that when I finish red diamond, I want to get you guys a red diamond gift. For them, I want to get you guys a red diamond gift. So throughout 2020, almost every day, my daughters would ask me, Daddy, how close are you to red diamond? We've picked out our red diamond gift. We have a list. Do you want to see it? I swear to you, every day. How close are you done, Daddy? Are you done? Or you're going to another meeting? Is red diamond done, Daddy? All year long, like all year long. And I said, no, not yet, sweetheart. I'm working on it though. But that's why Daddy's going to work. Like, I'm working on it. So finally, I ended up finishing red diamond, and they had my daughters each got 2 gifts, right? And so one of them was roller skates. So they got roller skates for their red diamond gifts and knee pads and everything, right? And so they put on their roller skates, and so what happens is that they look, I'll show you guys. So they put on their roller skates. Can you guys see?
Quads, even. I love it. I'm so proud.
Yes. And so the first thing is, right, I hold them, they stand up. Do you know what I tell them? I go, okay, fall down. And they looked at me like, what? I go, fall to the ground. And my dog, it was completely opposite of what they thought. Because I had their elbow pads, they had hand pads right here, right? And they have helmet, and they have knee pads, they have everything. What I want to do is I want their fear of hitting that ground to go away. Like, I want that fear to go away, for them to know that they're not going to get hurt. Like, their daddy's here. You're not going to get hurt. I promise you, it's not going to hurt you. You're going to be okay, because they have this thing they got on, and I go, fall down. And I literally fell to the ground right in front of them. And then I got up and I fell down again. And then my older daughter did it, and she fell down, and she was like, hey, that's not so bad. I said, no. She goes, my hip hurts a little bit. I go, because you're not supposed to land on your hip. I should have fall on your hip, like fall down this way. And so they laughed, and my other daughter was hesitant, like didn't want to do it. And finally she fell down, and she was like, hey, that's not so bad, but my butt hurts a little bit. I go, I'll tie a pillow to your butt, right? So the point is that I got them to understand that they're not going to get hurt, but you are going to fall. It's going to sting a little bit, but I want you to get over this fear of getting hurt. Listen, guys, this is something that I want all of you to understand, that just because you have no's, or your business goes down, or you lose volume, you're not going to get hurt. We're going to help you get back up. Like, we're going to help you get back up. I had to get my daughters to understand that. You guys are my family. I want all of you to understand that you will not get hurt. It won't happen, but you are going to fall down. So as long as you know that I'm going to fall down, I just got to get back up. I'm going to have people say no, I just got to get back up. I'm going to have people quit, I'm just got to get back up. My volume will drop, I just got to pick it back up. That's all it is. And it's exactly what I taught my daughters from the beginning of putting on those skates, because I wanted them to know that everything is going to be okay, and that we're going to grow and become better. Now, their first day of skating was tough. We did it and what have you. You know, the second, you know, is the second day they were way better than they were the first day. And my older daughter started picking it up a little bit more. And I'm like, bend your knees a little bit and you're going to push off and you're going to push off. And my daughter's like, Dad, you look like you're dancing. I said, I am. Right. And we're just going to, and we're just going to, and we're going to go and we're going to go. And, and the point is that they're getting better and better. Now, I want you guys to understand the same is going to be for you. You know, like my younger daughter, she was doing her skates like this. I'm like, sweetheart, like seriously, you're like on a log, like it's just spinning. You're gonna fall every time. Calm down. So what I would do is I teach them to take a couple, and I'd actually push them, and then I'd go stop, and I'd make them go on the front stopper, right? And I'd go stop. Now just stay there and control yourself at the stop. So the more they're getting control of themselves, the same as in your business, guys. The same as in your business. We push you. I'm asking you, stop this weekend. Stop. Comb through your genealogy. Go through it. Look at your list again. Clear your mind. Focus. Let's get it going. Stop. Control. Focus, right? These are things that we're going to do together. So anyways, I'll leave you guys with this and I'm going to turn it over to your leaders. I'm sorry, I went a little longer. I told my daughters, I said, hey, listen, they said, Daddy, so next is crown. I said, next is crown. And I said, you will get a crown gift when Daddy goes crown. Oh my God. So they've already started. Hey, have you finished crown yet? And I go, no. So now they know there's a percentage, so they go, Daddy, what percentage are you to crown? Right. So I told, I told them the percentage, right? My younger daughter goes, well, Dad, listen, if you just do 1% more in your business every day, just 1%, you'll finish crown in 28 days, Dad. I said, yes, sweetheart, you're right. Like, you know, that's awesome. Oh, I told Isaac this, man, he was laughing so hard. I think it was yesterday. And because they don't realize it, right? But it's okay. But now every day, what am I hearing in my house is, honey, have you gone crown yet? Dad, is crown done? Like it's all I heard last year was is red diamond done? It took me 11 months, right? I had 2 other dates set to finish it and I didn't finish it. It's okay. You're gonna have goals that you set and it doesn't happen and you reset it. Like my last one was on August 7th, my birthday. I thought I was gonna finish it by my birthday. I had a lot of things planned out to finish it by my birthday and it didn't happen. And then I reset it again, right? Now, the point is that, you know, I have a date set for my next rank, right? My daughters know and my wife knows. And they ask me, because I told them every day, you ask me. And I said, start making your list of what you want for crown. Now, it doesn't have to be elaborate gifts. For Red Diamond, they got roller skates and they got the new iPads, the one with the bigger memory so they can have more cartoon movies and games. And because the old iPad, they had to delete stuff and try to put things on and it was just horrible. They've had the old version. And we don't do a lot. There's not a lot of technology in our house, but they do get iPad time. They do. So the point is that was their gift. For crown, I said it can be a bigger gift, but you don't have to do a lot. You can do a smaller gift if you're trying to finish platinum and then a bigger one at ruby and diamond and that's how you guys do it. And if you don't have kids, the way that you do it is people that you're going to be around, you let them know what you're trying to do. And you go, hey, listen, mom, dad, uncle, auntie, brother, cousin, sister, niece, nephew, neighbor, grandma, grandpa, whoever, right? Friends of yours that you go, listen, guys, I'm shooting for this in my business. And every time you talk to me, I would love for you to go, hey, Lisa, listen, how are things going? Have you finished platinum yet? You know, and you're going to hear it and you're going to go, no, not yet. I'm working on it. And, you know, so it's one of those things that you have the people that, you know, you're around. If you have 2, 3, 4 people asking you every day, you know, hey, Carrie Jo, have you finished diamond yet? And then not yet. I'm working on it. Okay. You tell me to ask you. I'm just checking. You know, hey, Judy, have you finished ruby yet? You know, it's just like whatever it is, whatever it is, have them ask you every day. So the beauty of kids, though. You don't have to you tell them once to ask you something you tell them once to nag you. Oh, they're going to nag you like that. They're going to do like, especially if they got a gift coming and you let them pick out their gift. Man, my daughters had a list of things. So they would look at their list every day and go, man, when are we going to get this stuff? Daddy, man, can you hurry up? Like, I'm serious. So I just want you guys to know some of the things that we did. I hope that you guys have a great Friday. Listen, don't end this call because I'm leaving. I'd love for Leah and Mike and Trish and Ruth and Carrie to add some key points before this call ends. Listen, they're all talented leaders. I love that Carrie Jo started with events and training. It's my heart. Listen, I'm going to check off. Leah, I would love for you to start, and then Trish add, and have the rest of you guys add. And look, some of you guys don't get a chance to hear from Leah as much, but I want you to understand that she's been in secret for a good amount of time, but she was also successful. For those of you guys that don't know, before secret, she has built several network marketing businesses. She is a ball of talent. I've known this since the time I met her 5 years ago when I came into Secret. I met her at an event in Seattle and I knew it. I saw her passion. I saw her as a leader. I know that she's got valuable information and I'm glad that she's here. So you may not get a chance to hear from her as much, but I want her to start today as I finish. And then if the rest of you guys could chime in as well, I'd really appreciate it. Sorry, I have to chime off. I love you guys. I hope you have a great Friday, a great weekend, and we will talk very soon. Okay?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Love the skate analogy.
Yeah, you have to turn your mic on, young lady.
Nothing like put me on the spot there.
No, nothing like it, right? It's the best. It's the best way. And you're not on the spot. You're a diamond agent. You're awesome. All right, guys, I'll see you.
Thank you. Thank you. Well, with that, it's like, what do you have to add? So much value. The one thing that I keep going back to inside my secret business is that this fits my values and my morals. Just writing this, be healthier, be more confident, and live a life. And I'm so excited about our partnership coming up and that we have this gift to share with people. And, you know, my secret journey has been different. You know, during my 5 years, I had to battle cancer for 2 of them. And then I had to go through a divorce and I had to move and I had, you know, some crazy challenges. But what I go back to is I'm like, holy man, like I built really hard the first year, went to Diamond. And that wasn't because, it was because I built a business for 17 years. Okay. So, or maybe not that much. So I've been in it now. I have to always think of my son's age. So he's coming 20 and I started when he was only 8 months old. And so I've built connections. I've built relationships. I have people in my team who know my leadership, who know, who I've, you know, I really put my team first. Like we really partnered together. So they know what we are capable of. And I, you know, even though I wasn't my best for a period of time, for sure. How can you be your best when you become very internal? But what I go back to is, you know, this business, when you build it, you know, I wanted to take some time off and travel for a year, but I had to take time off to, you know, battle breast cancer, you know, and I had to take time off to do what I had to do. But this business, where could I have gone that could have done that? And now people are in a place where their back is up against the wall. And I look back at when I started this business. Some of you might have started this business of, this looks fun, I'll try this. This looks fun, you know, I could just add a little bit of extra. I started this business because my back was up against the wall. And I needed to find something to stay home with my kids. It was like a burning desire. And if anybody knows me, when I believe in something, I do it passionately, whether you like it or not. I am me, and I do. And I knew I wanted to be home with those kids, and my back was up against the wall, and I was willing to do what it took. And in a year, I was able to replace my full-time job. So, you know, we have a lot of people that they're back against the wall, and they can grow so much quicker because back then I didn't have social media. we didn't have any of this. It was pick up the phone. I didn't even have a cell phone when I started this. So, you think about where we have come, and I am like, there's definitely people, Whitney, and I'm like, you guys are so amazing on social media, and which is fantastic, but it's we have this avenue, and that can reach out to more people, and we have the systems, thankful for the people leadership on this team, that if that's not your strength. So my strength has been one-on-one, my strength has been vision, my strength has been making people feel better about themselves, feeling stronger about themselves, and that they can do that. But now we can collaborate with each other, and we've got the people who have these social media skills, who have these different and we have Secret, who put together these programs. We really do have this perfect storm. So back to excitement, and then my perfect day. So it's easy to get distracted, and I am so guilty. Exercise will come first for me. And sometimes with the amount of research and stuff I'm doing, I don't have much else other than exercise and research, it seems. So I made a plan, a plan of action. What does my perfect day look like? And so I can be successful, so I can still be in research, so that I can still get my exercise in, so I can still eat healthy, so that I can still, have my time to meditate and to have my time of gratitude and my downtime as well. So what does that perfect day look like? And so I woke up early this morning, I've written that out, and it's got my chunks of really focused time in my business. Because I tell you, I've built a massive business on chunks of time. I would drop off my kids every single morning. I'd have supper in the slow cooker before I took them to school. I'd have the house we used to do 10-minute tidy in the morning, okay, with my kids. And we would run around as fast as we can for 10 minutes. And my kids loved this. I'm like, let's clean as quickly as we can, and these were just, if you have young kids at home, like these were things that I had to do. I would take them to school, and I would focus, my focus time business, boom, that's all I focused on. Boom, I had a clock set, bing, that's when lunchtime went. I would make sure I fed myself. Okay. So, and then go back, and then, it's 2:30 or 2 o'clock. I need to go pick up groceries before I pick up my kids. Boom, we made supper. That was my focus time, supper, homework, that kind of stuff. And then I would work in my office Monday through Thursday till 9 o'clock. And I cut off at 9. I used to go longer. I never answer phones in the supper time. This is even more guilty. I made sure I was one-on-one with my family. I had date nights with my spouse. I had a schedule. That's when, and I had all the things. I had my workout in there, which at that time with young kids was at 5:30 in the morning, which thank goodness I don't have to do that, because just getting dressed for 9 is hard for me right now. But you guys, it's we can do all of this, and we can't control a lot of what's going on in the world for sure. We need to be aware, but we can't let it take over our life, take over our emotions, and we can be successful anyways. We can help people anyways. We can be healthy anyways. We can be joyful anyways. We can know and be all these things. So anyways, that's all I got to say, guys. Much love. I'm often quiet, and Muzaffer put me on the spot. So anyways, I'm enjoying watching all of you and learning from all of you. So thank you very much.
Thank you. That was great.
Awesome, Leah. Thank you so much. And I will chime in next because Muzaffer had asked, and I'll keep it short, but I just want to encourage you guys. It's the beginning of the year, really be thinking about where you're at. And I, being a CPA, I was really going through and analyzing numbers over the last couple of weeks and pulling some things. And I wanted to share just a couple of things with you that really were amazing when I look back at them, because I really think it's important for us to evaluate. But I want you guys to first start with this, because this is something I put on my wall last year. And I 100%, when I look up, it's the first thing I see. If I look up and slightly left, it's the first thing I see. And it says, don't fear failure. Fear being in the exact same place next year as you are today. And that was kind of my motto all last year. Something had to be different when January came. It had to be different. You know, I wanted different results. I wanted bigger things. So what I want to share with you guys is just like Muzaffar said, don't fear the failure. Don't fear falling. Just get back up, but think bigger. Really think bigger, because last year that was my thing. I'm like, I've got to think bigger. I want to hit some of these goals that I keep saying that I want to hit. And a lot of the things that I put on my board last year are things that I carried forward from the prior year because I hadn't accomplished them. And my goal was to accomplish them. But when I went back and analyzed numbers for this past year in secret business specifically, we more than 10 times our volume in the business, more than 10 times the size of the organization. And I more than 10 times my income in the organization. So I share that with you. It's not a bragging moment. It's a moment to share with you what can be done in a year if you really put your mind to it, right? Because these numbers, I was blown away that they were more than 10 times in each one of those areas. And the only thing I did differently last year is I really stayed focused. I was so consistent. I stayed focused. I evaluated. I really collaborated with people instead of just always trying to do it on my own. I really collaborated. I put all the training that I had learned into use and really into action, and stayed accountable with everything that I did. And I had mentioned this on an earlier call. I'm not sure if Mike was on it or not, but I was at a secret family reunion. I believe it was in 2018. So it would have been 3 years ago, either this month or next month.
Yep.
And Mike was on stage and he said, and this, I wrote it in my notebook, I highlighted, I circled it, I starred it. And he said, the crazy thing is there are so many talented people here in this room. The problem is that we probably have more belief in you than you have in yourself. And I really highlighted that because I got thinking about it and I was like, he's right. Like, because sometimes we have this belief, we're like, oh, I know I can do it. But believing and knowing are two really different things. And when you know, and you know in your mind you can do it, and then you really do truly believe that you can do it. And it makes all the difference. So I just want you guys to think bigger. Don't think any goal is too big, because we can break it down for you. Just like Muzaffar said, we've got a lot of talent on this call, of a lot of great leaders. We've got a lot of great training, I think better than anybody in this industry has. And we can 100% help you guys if you will hold yourselves accountable and stay consistent with the activities. So with that, I will pass it off.
Thanks so much, Trish. I'll just hop in real quick because we're almost out of time. First of all, thank you for sharing your story, Leah. I haven't had a really much chance to get to know you, but thank you for sharing that. It was really nice to hear and very inspiring. And the only thing I'm going to add is, guys, this business is not hard. This is not a hard business. It's a business of some simple activities of connecting with people and sharing what we have. The hard part is getting over yourself, right? Getting over the fear, getting over the fear of rejection, getting over ourselves. And if you feel like you're stuck, like you're paralyzed and you can't get into action, you need to reach up, right? You need to say, hey, I'm stuck. I'm stuck. Can you help me? Because we believe in you, like Trish said, probably for a lot of you more than you believe in yourself. And let us help you with that belief. Our business is not hard. Our business is a business of sharing information, excitement, and opportunity. And let us help you, because the business is not hard. When you get into action and get into flow, and see that when you fall down on your roller skates, it doesn't really hurt that hard. It doesn't really hurt that much. When you get a no, it doesn't really hurt that much. So we'll help you get over that. And those simple actions every single day is what's going to get you to your dreams. So we're here for you. We believe in you. And I'm excited for 2021.
Thanks so much for sharing. Mike, did you have any final words you wanted to part with us before we wrap it up?
There's been so many wonderful things and messages. And Leah Johns, thank you so much for sharing today. I know you stay quiet a lot, but I think you're a valued addition. You have a lot of knowledge. So I appreciate you today and all of you. But I think that the one thing for me, I'm kind of an analytical guy. And Carrie knows this. I'm very green in my behaviors. And so it's funny, if you've ever taken a kind of a personality test, sometimes they're animals, sometimes they're colors, and and I remember taking a test next to somebody years ago, and I said, I don't understand why I'm so green. I like to have fun. I like to have fun. Like, I really like to have fun. They're like, yeah, you like to have structured fun. We've been snowboarding with you before. You had to be up at 6 so you could eat by 6:30, so you could stretch by 7, so you could be in the lift line before it turns at 7:30. And I had to laugh because that's kind of who I am, I guess. I've gotten better, but working on it, a work in progress. But all of us, hopefully if you haven't already, this will be also just to come through your group, but to also set your personal goals. There's been so many studies done on goal setting and how it actually does change what your future can look like. But if you don't ever set the goal and it's not written down, and if it's just up here, it never comes true. I have goal cards that I've written every single year for years now that I've been in this industry, and it's amazing how I've gone back through them. And I go, wow, I actually did get that car. Wow, I actually did buy that house. Wow, and they were never specifically in the date and the time that I wrote it, but they did happen, because if they didn't achieve them, I continued them forward. So I'm going to leave you with this. Everyone here today should, and if you don't, I was taught years ago, blue paper, blue ink, because blue is the most friendly color to the subconscious. I was also taught, if you want goals to come true, you should read them every morning when you wake up and every night before you go to bed. Let your subconscious work on that while you sleep. But there's several different areas of goals. So I have an achievement goal I've already written for this year, and I write them in the present tense. So achievement goal, and I'll read it to you so I can be accountable. It's November 1st, 2021. And I'm so proud and excited to have achieved the rank of Blue Diamond. That is a goal written in the present tense, like it's already happened. Your subconscious doesn't know the difference. Your conscious does. If you tell that subconscious long enough, you will start to attract things into your life that maybe aren't there consciously. So there's achievement goals, but you also should write down a physical goal. What's your physical goal for this year? And just like Trish says, do you want it to be the same as what it was last year? Or do you like to improve a little bit better? I think improvement is something we should always strive for. Mentally, what are you going to do mentally to improve where you are today? I think that the trainings that we have coming up with our company are going to be unreal, because I know who the gentleman is. I had a great conversation with him the other night. He's going to be setting this whole year up. But what else are you going to do mentally to improve the skill set or the mindset that we all have to go into this year positively? Because listen, we can all ride a roller coaster, but it's how long do you stay in the dips?
Yeah.
Emotionally, what's your emotional goal for this year? I've already written these for this year. Financially, what's your financial goal for this year? Now, I would want you to take what you think is possible right now and stretch it. You go, I just want to get to 10 grand this year. Stretch it to 20. And figure out what rank you need to be to actually get there. And then work it backwards. This is how I do all of this. Like, I work everything from where it should be, and I work backwards to figure out what my numbers are. Mazafar was just talking about that. I know for me, it's all about numbers. It may be different for you. You may have 5 out of 10. I need sometimes more work than that. And spiritually, where are you going to be spiritually? I think those are the areas and goals that we should all set for this year, and that we can actually have all of those areas improve this year, 2021, coming out of a 2020 for many people was a very low point around the world. And understand, the better we improve those particular goals that we set, the more connection we'll make with other people. Because if it's all about financial and you're talking to somebody and they're all about spiritual, you're going to miss it. If it's all about physical and they're all about financial, you might miss it. And remember, our biggest, and I think our brightest product that we have with Secret is our business opportunity. That's our biggest product. Name one that's better. I don't know one. I don't know a comp plan that pays more. That's where we are. We're a shining star out there, folks. But and again, Trish said this, there's a lot of us that know and can see the success that you have in you, but you have to believe that you have it in you. And if you can't believe it, lean on us. Lean on us, because I lean on others. And those people say, oh, he's a diamond, he's done this. I lean into those people that have had more success than me. And sometimes they give me coaching that I wasn't seeing, and sometimes they coach me with a rubber mallet. I take both. The soft love is great, but the hard love, for some reason, I just go back to coaching, and that's how it got in there most of the time. So, folks, I appreciate all of you for being here. And with that, I will sign off. Is there anybody else that'd like to share anything?
I think we're good, unless anyone else who's on the huddle has something else to share. Anybody? We're good. All right, let's go out and make it a fantastic weekend. Take care, everybody. God bless. Let's have some fun sharing our opportunity. We'll see Leah tonight. Trish, are you tonight? Okay, so Trish is tonight at 6 o'clock Pacific, and Leah is tomorrow at 11 o'clock Pacific for a presentation on teamsynergylive.com. See you then. Thanks, everybody.